After Ria, who would want to present? Please raise your hands. Shantanu, very good. Where were you yesterday, Shantanu?
Ma'am, yesterday I have a technical issue with my laptop. That's why I have.
I think today also you have a technical issue. देखो जरा please. आवाज पहुंच नहीं रही है मेरे तरफ.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interference. देखो, just check your internet connection or whatever it is.
Okay.
Who else was supposed to present today? Neha was supposed to present. Avinash was supposed to present. Kaustu was supposed to present. Mahin raised his hand yesterday, I remember. No?
No, ma'am, I didn't raise yesterday.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, ma'am.
All right, let's go ahead with Ria. Ria, start sharing your screen.
All right, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Is it visible? All right. So I saw this news in the newspaper today. So this kind of got my attention. So I thought, why not share this with you guys as well? So India and France revised their 1992 tax treaty. And the headline, as you can see there, that they dropped their MFN clause. So first of all, there were a lot of things that were discussed in that treaty and changed from earlier. So I would like to start with the MFN, right? So MFN is the most favored nation. So earlier it used to mean that whichever country the India has given MFN status, and they kind of followed a good measure, like India will favor them in terms of taxations. For example, if India gave better tax terms to another country later on, then the MFN countries will also get that tax benefit. And it used to create legal disputes, especially after India amended treaties with OECD nations. So MFN clause was removed with France, and this helped India in regain their policy flexibility. Then another thing that was changed is dividend taxation. So earlier, if an entity has invested more than 10% in an Indian company, it used to get taxed at 10%, which has now been reduced to 5%. And minority investors who invested in Indian companies were earlier taxed at 5%, which has now been increased to 15%. The capital gains tax, the changes in capital gains tax is not in terms of rate changes, but more in terms of how they were taxed. So in the earlier treaty, usually the capital gains were taxed based on the investor's residence. So if an investor is residing in France for a long period of time, and he sells any units of an Indian company, then he will be taxed as per French taxation rules. But under the new protocol, capital gains are fully taxable in India, making that just telling that wherever the company is resident, that's where the capital gains will be taxed. So now this will help India to capture tax revenue that was earlier leaked overseas. In case of this is a new thing that has been added, that is a service permanent establishment. So earlier, companies who were established in India, that is, they had a physical office in India, they were taxed in India. But now, and because of this, a lot of service organizations who used to work remotely, their offices were in France, but they were catering to the audiences in India, they used to get that tax exemption because technically they don't have a physical presence in India. So now the service presence has also been included as treated as taxable presence. So I would also like to go a little bit deep on it, that as per the Income Tax Act, taxable service presence includes any kind of agency and also having a significant economic presence. Now, why particularly significant economic presence? This means that even if a company does not have a physical presence in India, but the company is involved in transactions which are exceeding 20 millions, or they are 20 million rupees, or they are interacting with over 3 lakh users.
Hi,
That will
Ria,
create.
sorry to interrupt you. Ria, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes,
See,
sir.
all these things this is Rishabh over here, sorry.
Yes, sir.
So
we can
see,
see.
it should, am I audible? No?
Yes, you
Yes,
are
sir.
audible.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, go ahead.
So see, at the end, when you're presenting something, see, everything should relate to finance or maybe investment decision. See, the point
Yes, sir.
of, point of view having this interview preparation or telling something to ma'am is not because to present something, because all these things, it's been around 2 minutes. I am sitting, nothing is credible as of now. If in 1 minute, probably if the person sitting in front of you is not understanding about a sector, about a stock, then no one is going to listen to you. Because here we are, talking about everything. See, Vidya ma'am, assuming Vidya ma'am is an investor. So as of now, Vidya ma'am, do you know which stock to invest? If
Sir,
not,
I was actually I included those points in Outlook section that I was going to talk about this
But
aerospace and
this all
automobile.
stocks, aerospace, defense, probably we are not tracking it. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes,
as it is no use. See, taxable income has nothing directly related to any stock market. So it will
okay,
unnecessarily you're spending time, doing things which will not help you in interviews.
okay, sir.
So the prospect of presenting it should be investment. And then you
Okay,
come at this stock should be invested because of, and that should be used in your financial models. Okay, or
okay,
something financial should be come up to you. Vidya ma'am is not understanding is totally fine, but you should be thinking as a finance student that I am talking something that helps Vidya ma'am to invest. Assuming Vidya ma'am is a layman, she doesn't know where to invest the money.
yes, sir.
That should be the main perspective of presenting anything you present, any news, and then it should come at the stop. Or else, there's
Okay,
no point presenting all those things. It will not help you in interviews.
okay, sir.
Okay.
I'll keep that in mind.
So others also, when you present something at the end, it should come come at the stock price. Ma'am, you also see that whether if anyone is presenting, make sure that it is related to stocks, industry, and very in industry. Those are very easy to understand.
Mhm.
That if they talk to you about any company, you should know the products of the company. Or
Okay.
else you ask them, ma'am, what is the products of that company?
Okay, sir.
If I don't understand, then it's fine. You are not investing. Assuming they are all presenting you for investments.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Because
Right.
these all things will not help them in the interviews, in the probably in the finance interviews.
Right, sir.
Okay, got it, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Continue.
Yes. Ria, you jump directly towards the conclusion now.
Yes, ma'am. So my conclusion for this treaty was that India is, there are short-term and long-term, impacts on the markets. So we can see like the total Indian economy-wise, the lower tax rate for more than 10% holding, it favors the manufacturing investment and long-term FDIs, and higher tax revenues for India is positive for fiscal deficit management and government spending capacity. However, there are also going to be indirect impact on aerospace and defense companies because they are very much reliant on Dassault systems which are used in aeronautics, which we used to have. Which we are relying on France for that, and automobile partnerships like Tata Motors and Mahindra will also have an indirect impact because of their French suppliers. All in all, we can say that India is growing from phase 1 to phase 2 of capital market maturity. That is, now they're going to attract quality and long-term capital. So we can say that this treaty is not anti-investor, but it is an anti-tax arbitrage treaty. Thank you.
Very nice. The flow was very nice. The fluency was very nice. You used very good vocabulary words.
Thank you, ma'am.
Overall, it is a very nice description, right? Continue doing the same thing.
Okay.
All right. Any questions?
Thank you.
Forum should ask a question. Any question you think can be asked?
Yeah. So a great update given by Uriya with all
Thank you,
the
Aniket.
explanations and counting down to the stocks. But if you see, like you highlighted, like India would be taxing these all investments on some bracket. So do you think like these taxation will affect the foreign inflows in somehow?
Yes, of course, it will impact somehow because minority investors, they were earlier taxed at 5%, and now the taxation has been increased to 15%. So because of that, a lot of even if you are a portfolio investors and you are investing less than 10% in Indian company, it will get impacted in your portfolio. So we will see some of that impact, but then again, if you are having more than 10% of stake, that tax rate has been reduced. So that might counter, that might change a little bit, like have a positive impact, but you cannot always say whether it will be a net positive or net negative impact on it.
A very nice question and a very nice explanative answer.
Thank you, ma'am.
That that proves that your content, you have through and through read your content. You yourself have compiled the content. Good, Ria. Very nice.
Thanks, ma'am.
Shantanu, you would like to go ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
Please share
I'm
your-
audible.
Yes, you're audible, dear. Share your screen, please.
It's visible, ma'am.
Just give it a second. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening all. Today I'm sharing a short news update on the Indonesia deals. In that, the India auto sector has received a major export boost. In that deal, participate two companies, Tata Motors and Mahindra Mahindra. In that deal, secured value attributes 25 trillion order from the Indonesia, and in that deal, supply the 1,05,000 commercial vehicles. It's improving the revenue visibility and capacity utilization through 2026. And when we see the in financial 2025 sales data, Tata Motor exported about 13,000 commercial vehicles globally, and while Mahindra Mahindra exported around 18,000 units, underscoring the scale of the Indonesian contract. And in that contract, Mahindra Mahindra described its 35,000 units, its Scorpio pickup order. It's a largest ever export deal. And while Tata Motors will supply 17,000 vehicles, in that including Yodha pickup and Alta 7.7 trucks. And Indonesia selected Indian automakers for the cost competitiveness and faster capability and proven the commercial vehicle platforms. Overall, the in this deal, it's helped to strongly positive for the both companies, revenue, margins, and global position.
Shantanu, we are just reading the content hero. Explain, you have to explain the content. Initially, you will have to tell me why did you pick this particular news? Why did you pick this news?
Ma'am, I seen the newspaper is related to
You
the
randomly came across it or you deliberately randomly came across?
randomly came across because it's related to the our sectors. That's why.
दूसरा बोलो.
It's related to our sectors, automobile sectors.
Okay.
That's why
Okay.
I picked it.
Okay. You, because of that, you picked it up.
Yeah.
What is your conclusion? Invest करना है नहीं करना है किस में करना है?
Yeah, that's deal is benefiting for the both companies, Tata Motors and Mahindra Mahindra. It's improving their profits with the help of that news because it's improve their sales, sales in the export in CV. It help to increase their profits in coming days. I think it's help to the increasing their share price. That's why I thinking about it good for investment.
Very confusing. फिर से अच्छे से बताओ.
Yeah, that's deal is helping. It's supporting that company for improving their profits and their margins.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's means overall is increasing their profit. That's why I'm thinking about that. Will they will improving their shares price?
Who? Tata?
Tata and Mahindra Mahindra
Both.
both.
Okay. Yes. Please ask a question. Anyone from the forum?
Hey, Shantanu, great presentation.
Hey, thank you, Kaustubh.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a little follow-up question on what you said because I was interested in it. So you said the profit and revenue would increase. So do you have any general idea like what's the contribution and how much would it increase?
Yeah, in that I show that the Tata Motors in the previous year 2025, they globally global export in commercial vehicle. They just Tata Motors they just export 13,000 commercial vehicle. And now in this with the help of this contract, the Tata Motors just in for just for that country, Indonesia, for they export the 17,000 commercial vehicles. Means it's double of their global export. And also Mahindra in financial year 2025 they just export 18,000 units, and with the help of that deal they will export the 35,000 commercial vehicle in financial year 2026. It means they increase their sales, and it impact on their revenue also. That's why it's good for the company.
Okay, thank you, Shantanu.
शांतनु, ग्रामर थोड़ा और ठीक करना पड़ेगा. We have come a long way. We have come a long way. I'm not saying you're not improving. You're improving. थोड़ा और मेहनत करने की जरूरत है. Alright? आधे आधे सेंटेंसेस हो रहे हैं, इसको कंप्लीट करना है. ठीक है? ग्रामर एरर्स थोड़े से और ध्यान रखेंगे. ठीक है? गागल और वॉइस का बेस थोड़ा ठीक करो और. ठीक है?
Okay.
Nice try, Shantanu. Nice try. Yes. Can I ask you to stop sharing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Aniket, go ahead. Anyone else who wants to present, please raise your hands so that I know who's going to present next. Aniket, go ahead.
One second.
Yeah, take your time.
I'm वो stuck हो गया.
क्या हो गया? You re-enter the meeting then. Don't worry.
Sure.
Log out and log in. Don't worry. Ankita, can I request you to share?
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Go ahead. Share your screen.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I also am facing the same problem.
Not able to share?
Hello?
Not able to share? Are you not able to share?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I think it got stuck at my end also. Okay. Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Ankita, your document is visible?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sorry, ma'am. I don't know what is happening.
Try again, one more time.
Is it visible now, ma'am?
Yes, it is visible. Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. So I just want to present my the automobile update, January 2026. So may I start, ma'am?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Okay. So starting with the January 2026 auto. So in the here we can see the total industry sale has grew by 21.9%. Mainly we can see the main contribution is of two-wheelers and four-wheelers. I can say volume wise. So we can see that four-wheeler has grown 13% year on year. So here we will be mainly focusing on the four-wheeler sector, which I have mainly focused on the four-wheeler sector. So coming to the industry breakup, geography-wise breakup. So the domestic, as we here can see, the domestic sales has increased, and it has it grew by 20%, and export was 30%. It increased by 34%. Overseas, over the brands are going with global demand. And coming
Aram se, no rush, no hurry, no worry. Aram se. Like. Try to avoid like. Okay? Go again.
Okay.
Open. Hmm.
So coming to the tractor sales, we have also as I was tracking, I have also noticed that tractor sales, the farm equipments was also the sale was also increasing. So talking of the exhibit 3, we can see that here is Mahindra and Mahindra and Eicher Motors. So Mahindra and Mahindra tractor, overall, if we see, the growth is 21.6%, and it also includes sub brand of Mahindra and Mahindra, which it has acquired, named Swaraj. It has also have increased 26.4%. If you can see here, I have mentioned here. So okay, and the reason I can I have what I have drew the conclusion, the reason of the sale increase in sales of the tractor sales, it was largely due to the rural incomes and harvest season, which was increased good harvest season in India. So that's it for the tractor sales. Coming to the four-wheeler segment. So the four-wheeler segment, as usual, has seen SUV has driven the growth by 6.9%. And we can see here segment-wise breakup. The SUV has increased by 21.3%. Mainly, it was dominated by Tata Motors and Mahindra. The only two thing hatchback has declined, and sedan we have seen a growth of 21.6% here. So sedan, we can see mainly the model that drew the graph was 21.6%. The main model was Maruti Dzire. Now comes the company-wise breakup. If we see here, it was led by Maruti as usual, Maruti Suzuki. So, but there was a marginal growth for 0.5% growth of Maruti Suzuki. Now next comes the Tata. So Tata Motors have also made a significant growth in this month with 46.1%. After that, following Mahindra, followed by Mahindra, and then Hyundai with 9.5%. So model-wise, if we can say, model-wise, the Tata Nexon was the top model that was that made grew by 52%. And after that, Maruti Dzire, Punch, and they also have contributed significantly. So also region-wise, what it has been noticed that region-wise breakup. So the whole thing was led by urban area. The sale was led by urban area, but we have also seen a significant growth in the rural area also. So the reason could be as I have discussed earlier. The reason could be the increase in rural income due to the good harvest season, and also the preference of the SUVs that we are seeing in the also urban areas and rural areas also. They are increasing demand for the SUVs. So coming to the Maruti Suzuki, if we have seen this graph, we can see that there is a very marginal growth in Maruti Suzuki. But here we can see that monthly it has grown by 8.8%. And overall, if we see the total sales, it grew by 11.6% year on year. And this large increment was largely supported by the export sales. We can see that 88.3% they have attending exports. So if we can so if you can see here, the SUV in the SUV section also, the model Maruti model of Ertiga and Brezza was contributed hugely, and also they have launched a Victorious then it also was sold very in a huge amount. The number was 15,240 units. And sedan, talking of the sedan, the Dzire already, as I have discussed, sedan was a key performer here. And also Maruti Suzuki is entering the EV market with the e-Vitara. So let's be hopeful with the e-Vitara model, what it has, like it will be gaining or not. So coming to the Hyundai sales was 11.5% year on year, and monthly we can see here 24.6%. So mainly it was a domestic led. Hyundai was domestic led, with the like Creta leading the volumes, and we can see here other models like Venue and Aura also. So segment wise, if we can see that SUVs have contributed 53% in the domestic sales, with Creta as usual in the top. But some models like Exter and Alcazar was like in a like a decline. It declined. The sales declined by 7% Though the decline, it has managed to has like attained the 11.5% increase. Coming to the Tata Motors was, as we have discussed like earlier also, that after Maruti was like volume led, but Tata Motors have like contributed immensely. It has recorded the highest this month. So we can see that it has recorded 47.1 year on year in the passenger vehicle section, and like we can say the monthly, if we see on month basis, it has grew by 20%. So on the if we talk about the exports, the Punch EV, Nexon EV, and like other models also contributed heavily. And segment wise, if we say that Nexon was 52%, Nexon grew by 52%, with Tata Punch also recorded a good number of like good percentage. And coming to the hatchback section, if we can see here in the exhibit 14, so Tiago delivered a strong performance in the hatchback sections with 23% growth. So also coming to the then Mahindra and Mahindra, it has it was in Mahindra the top selling model was Mahindra Scorpio, and also they have like launched a new model of Thar Rocks and 7XO, which was also like doing very like good in the sales. So we can see here month on month it has grew by 21.2%, and if you can see year on year it has grew by 24%. Also, the export, like the Mahindra has tapped the Indonesian market in terms of export. The model that was that contributed mainly in the like export was Scorpio pickup, and also there were like XUVs, and these are like the contribution was very little, but it was like there. So talking of the Scorpio, and which grew by 0.6%, while Thar also 34%. And also the newly launched XUV 7XO, it recorded like 10,133 units. Since it was newly launched, I couldn't get the proper data of that. So now coming to the CV section, CV also the growth was led by light commercial vehicles, and as usual it was like led by Tata Motors. In the Tata Motors section, domestic growth they have seen of HCV trucks of 41.2%, and also we can see here in the exhibit 19. So Maruti has a minimum contribution in CV section, and largely it was led by Tata Motors and M&M. So M&M also focused on the LCV segments, and the main model that was Bolero pickup with 23% of sales. And talking of the three-wheeler section, it's like very small. I don't have so much data, but whatever I can I have like collected here we can see that it was led by Bajaj. So Bajaj, it was like 35.2%, and then TVS, and then followed by M&M. M&M has like seen steady growth in three-wheeler segments. So Tata Motors, talking of Tata Motors, it was like led by model like King EV Max and King Cargo with three-wheelers sale up by 76.6%, and Mahindra it is like 28%, the rest. So that's all. Thank you. Ma'am, you are on mute, I guess.
Yes, Ankita, nice effort, very nice effort. For the first time, you've presented 8 pages in a go. Yes,
Thank you.
commendable, but your fillers aren't reducing, girl. When you're using fillers, what is happening is you're consuming a lot of time, right? And just as Sir rightly says, it should not be more than 2 minutes.
Yes,
Industry
ma'am.
people are not going to wait for you to listen to your stories. Yes, maximum presentation should be for 2 minutes. So you just have to tell the gist. You cleverly only talked about your exhibits. You kept your pointers on the exhibits, showed the graphs, showed the pie charts, which is a very good sign. But you'll have to be more rapid than you are. Okay? थोड़ा सा और effort डालेंगे. Practice कर रहे हो आप लोग? Mirror कर रहे हो? Before presenting, you have to do mirroring. Talk to yourself, your report, you should present to yourself and time it for 2 minutes. So just pick the most important things which are required to be told, right?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay.
Actually, I have when I was practicing, I have done it for between 2 and 3 minutes only, but I
Very
don't know
good.
how it got extended and
Because of the fillers.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Really.
Yeah. That is taking a lot of time. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good that you practiced and came. Yes?
I'll be working on the fillers.
Yes, you just work on the fillers. The moment you want to say a filler, eat it, gulp it down, and carry forward.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Great effort. Yes, Aniket, try sharing your screen, hero.
Sure, ma'am.
Any questions for Ankita, by the way? From the forum, any questions from Ankita? Meanwhile, Aniket is trying to share his screen. Anyone has a question for
Yeah,
Ankita?
ma'am, yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hey, Ankita, great
Hello.
presentation. Thank you for that. So I just wanted to ask, what's your opinion on the CV segment, the commercial vehicle segment?
Okay, so nice question. I also was when I was searching for the CV segment, I didn't got that much information about the CV segment. But what I drew conclusion from the numbers is that they are mainly focusing on the light commercial vehicles. So also Mahindra and Mahindra, yeah, it is on the HCVs and everything, and also they are into exporting and all. But what I see is in domestic sales, the light commercial vehicle was mainly driven by that. So I hope that answers your question.
Answers your question. Complete to karo usko. I hope that answers your question. You are
Yes,
just
ma'am.
eating our words.
Yeah, ma'am.
Sorry.
So because we already have that telepathic now, because everyone has been talking to each other for so long. So I already unmuted and I was like, okay, I got
Okay, thank you. No, get into the practice of finishing your sentences very nicely.
Thank
Chala,
you.
great. Aniket, after a long struggle, I think your screen will be visible.
Ma'am, it's getting done.
Just give it a minute. Just give it a minute. Is it showing double click to enter full screen mode? Just double click there.
Ma'am, for me, the green line is coming off the outline.
Okay. No,
Option.
the document is not visible.
Okay.
You try sharing the full screen, not just the window.
वही करा the entire screen, ना?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've did the same.
Double click on your screen. Try double clicking on your screen
Okay.
in the middle.
Or I can share someone the document and he can share.
Yeah. You share it with anybody.
Yeah, sure.
Share it in the chat. Somebody will share it for you. I will share it for you. It is visible.
Okay.
Visible.
Nice. So, good evening, everyone. I'll be walking you through, you can say, a business model for one of the companies, Phoenix Mall.
Okay.
So why I choose this company? Because I was searching for the hospitality space, what all companies are there. And interestingly, I got to know this company also operates in the hospitality space. They have two portfolios. One is Saint Regis which is in Mumbai, and the other is in Agra, which is Courtyard by Marriott.
Okay.
So I'll walk you through the, you can say, the data points for this quarter.
Hmm.
And if we see the, you can say, the revenue which they collected from Saint Regis for this quarter was around 80 crores. So why this amount like was so huge? Because like the ARR for this hotel is around 35 to 40,000. And interesting fact to catch here is like the occupancy standard around 85%. So which directly aligns to our premiumization trend, which we are tracking down in the space. And it directly competes with the bigger names like you can say the Leela, IHCL Taj, among the you can say the JW Marriott in the Mumbai city. And if we see the EBITDA per key, it was around 20 lakhs for this quarter. And their Courtyard by Marriott Agra was like it's on a mid-scale segment. And why this hotel is gaining traction? Because again, it's on the leisure destination, Agra. And a leisure destinations are tracking the, you can say, the growth CAGR. And the growth CAGR stands at around 10 to 12%. So if we count the sum of the keys, it's around 600 keys. And this roughly counts for about 11% of the revenue. But seeing the demand supply misgap, the management told for this con call in this quarter, they'll be expanding this hospitality portfolio and they'll be growing around to 1200 keys in, you can say, the coming 2 to 3 quarters, in the forthcoming quarters. And for this, like the occupancy was around 87% and the RevPAR was about 6100. And if we see their overall portfolio, what the company does, so company operates malls on the retail and commercial spaces. And interesting again to catch here is their leasing occupancy across both the portfolios were about 97%. So it doesn't matter like if the shops are doing good or not, they'll be gaining the, or you can say the earning the lease rent on a monthly basis. And that rent is also growing on a double-digit pace for the company. So I'll let you know the number to be exact. Yeah. So hospitality is so retail spaces are contributing around 83% of the revenue, which is roughly around 850 CR. And hospitality is growing on a double digit and they're contributing around 11% of the portfolio. So their locations, if we see their overall locations, they are in the top tier 1 cities and they're expanding in tier 2. Like in Indore, the mall got inaugurated like about 7 to 8 months or maybe 1 year back. And the portfolio, if we see, like the majority portfolio is gaining traction in the tier 2 cities along with the tier 1. So to conclude this data-driven Excel and all these data points linking each other, we see like they are again like they are growing the hospitality portfolio along with the commercial portfolio, and this retail push, GST cut, and per capita income, and the premiumization trend can directly align to this company and can be a good candidate to see for like about 2 to 3 years. So the forum is open for questions if somebody like is having one.
Very
Thanks
nice.
for thank you, thank you, Aniket, for putting out this company in highlight. So even I was tracking this company out, but the main problem what I found was they are mostly concentrated across retail space, as you mentioned. And mostly right now in India, retail space is managed across through REITs by famous either private equity firms or big REIT giants like Blackstone or Brookfield. So how do you think so? Will they able to I mean, in the future, how do you think so? Will they able to mainly reduce the vacant space and increase their occupancy across retail space itself?
Okay. An interesting one, a tricky one. to be honest. So if we see their, you can say the trading occupancy or the leased occupancy, it's around 98%, and it's around throughout the year. So like if any store is gaining traction on the sales or not, they'll be getting the leased rent, you can say. And they are changing their mix, like they are entering into hospitality space as well, because company and management is seeing there's a demand supply misgap, which will help, you can say, in their ARRs and their operational efficiency. And the hospitality space business is about 50% EBITDA. So again, like the numbers are, you can say, quite good currently, and the mix will take time to, you can say, change, because it's just 11% of their pie. So we have to watch like if the numbers are same on their sheets or not, and how if the management is walking a certain percentage or certain number, they are meeting that CAGR or not, and definitely can be a good candidate.
I should focus mostly on the retail part and also hospitality part only in those key locations you mentioned, right?
Correct. Like they are into two main
Okay, understood.
locations. Mumbai is driving because of, you can say, the MICE meetings and all. And Agra is gaining
Yeah.
traction because, like, again, it's a leisure space and there are multiple competitors also. Let's see, like, what all locations they are targeting. The company didn't disclose, like, in the management call, like, where to be specific, they're expanding into hospitality. But if they're expanding into regional and pilgrimage, or you can say the leisure spaces, then definitely, like, it can be a good turnaround story.
Understood. Thank you.
Hey Aniket, nice presentation. I just want to ask that as we all know, there is a limited branded supply in Agra. So I want to know your view that who are its competitor and what they are doing to make presence or in the Agra specifically.
A nice question. I don't know about the Agra, like the market, what all competitors are there, but Agra is like a top leisure destination, and it gains traction in Q3 and Q4 because Q1 and Q2, like there's too much heat over there. So Q3 and Q4, the numbers were good, and it's reflected on their P&L as well. So, like the traction would be there in the coming quarter as well, in the Q4 one. And there's like, as you mentioned, like there is a demand supply misgap, and
Okay.
like it's a main thing to operate in any business, because if there is a demand which is growing on a double digit and there's a supply which is going on a low single digit, so you will gain a pricing power in that, and the demand is growing, so you'll definitely, like, you'll be earning more revenue, and
Yeah.
the numbers will be good, and definitely it will reflect on your share price.
Thank you.
Hi, Aniket.
Hi,
Good
Ashok.
presentation. So, I just have a quick question. So, I think, like you mentioned, a large part of value seems to come from flagship malls, right?
Correct.
So, how do you think about the idea of, risks of being concentrated in certain cities? So, like, is the management planning to expand or diversify the portfolio in the other segments as well?
Yeah, correct. So, like as I mentioned, like they're expanding into hospitality, but again, like they didn't mention the locations, what they're targeting. Like, are they growing into business cities? Are they growing into tier two? Or are they targeting the, you can say, the leisure destination? So we have to catch and we have to see, like, in the forthcoming quarters and in their presentation, like which all cities they are targeting and where they are growing their presence. That will directly align to their revenue and their business model to grow.
All right. Thank you.
Kudos, Aniket. Very nice. I love the way you are using your language to the advantage. All the vocabulary words you used are telling and screaming out loud that you are a finance student. Keep up the good work. Wonderful. You are just playing with your whole sheet, highlighting only the numbers which are essential for us as audience. Great work there. So many numbers, my God, my mind was boggling. How do you handle such details? Hats off to everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Darshan, you want to present?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please share your screen.
Yeah. Let me know when my screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello everyone, I'm Darshan. I'll be presenting the EIH Hotels conference call highlights. So let me talk about the industry environment first. So the hotel industry delivered around in the quarter 3 financial year 26, around 66 to 68% occupancy and 61 to 64% for the first 9 months. So this data is from HVS and Rock January monthly update, and the ARR grew by around 9 to 11% in the quarter 3 and 8 to 10% on a 9-month basis. So management highlighted, in the last 1 year, especially the last 3 quarters, there were many disruptions. So in the quarter 1, it was mostly impacted by geopolitical issues, quarter 2 by extended monsoons, and quarter 3 by airline disruption, the Great Indigo crisis. Now, coming on to the brand level performances. So the Oberoi brand recorded RevPAR growth of 5.4%, which is quite less in quarter 3 financial 26. So the main reason, if you also compare with the luxury segment, growth of the industry was 9.1%. So the main reason mostly was due to the renovations and which were happening in the top cities across mostly Mumbai. And over 9 months, it grew around the RevPAR growth of 11.9%. Then coming on to the Trident brand. So Trident brand delivered a quarter 3 RevPAR growth of around 12.5% compared to the industry growth of 8.6%. Now, coming to the city and the market performances. So, no doubt, Trident and Oberoi is concentrated across only in the Mumbai and tier 1 cities. But surprisingly, this quarter, the growth came from Bhubaneswar and Hyderabad, showing a strong performance of around 19% YOI. Why Bhubaneswar? Mostly because of its spiritual and pilgrimage tourism across Jagannath Puri. And also Hyderabad, why? Because of the MICE activity and increased corporate and social segment. Then Mumbai was majorly affected this quarter due to renovation, and there was a disruption in the inventory, as I mentioned. Then Bangalore was the least underperformed, mostly with around 8% YOY growth. Again, they highlighted the room renovation as the reason. Then coming on to the international hotels. International hotel recorded around 11% RevPAR growth, with most performing except the Bali one, which was flat. Then the quarter 3 financial performance was EIH on a consolidated basis reported 9 billion revenue, which grew around 9%, and EBITDA also grew around the same pace, around 6 to 7%. And the profit after tax was around 300 million and mostly impacted due to one-time wage code impact, which was visible across all companies. Now, coming to the business segment performance. So, Oberoi Flight Services, OFS. So, it was a part of a Mumbai launch airport, but due to Adani being operating the Mumbai airport right now, so they completely exited the high margin Mumbai airport launch business, which impacted their overall margin. So no doubt OFS generated revenue of approximately 1.3 billion in quarter 3, which grew around 25 to 30%. But due to this exit and the revenue loss, margin was also visible in the EBITDA on the financial statements. And now coming on to the future expansion plan and new projects. So they confirmed that approximately 30 hotels with around 2,450 keys will be added over next 3 to 4 years. Most of them are asset light model. And during this quarter, the company opened 4 hotels, majorly in Karnataka, like Kabini, Hampi, Kur, and one in Cairo. I think it's in Africa. And coming on to the renovation and asset upgrades, so Trident Nariman Point and Oberoi Mumbai. So these two are the most hot selling property for EIH. So they were mostly on a renovation space in the last quarter. In the coming forward, due to expected IPL period, so it will help to avoid high room rates. It will help to gain high room rates and guest acceptances due to premium pricing in the upcoming period. So what was the management outlook at final? So the concluding management highlighted that hotel pricing in India remains structurally low compared to global players and will continue to push forward. And also they described that February will be a stronger performance historical month. Also on a historical basis, February will be a very strong month. Why? Also due to T20 World Cup and other MICE events. So management reiterated confidence that in long term demand for luxury hospital in India, there will be a perennial demand. That's all from my side.
Very nice. Delivery is very nice as always. You guys have good fluency and you all are using it to your advantage. Not reading the text, only providing the context is a very good idea. Questions, please.
Yeah.
Hey Darshan, good presentation. But
Yeah.
I just want to add something that EIH is expanding in its new product in residence. I thought you
So
don't present it. Naila
sorry.
Fort.
Yeah. I've
Hello.
heard about that part. Yes.
Yes. So
Yeah, I've
can
heard
you
about
give
that
me,
part.
okay, sir, can you
Yeah.
give me your view on that?
Well, as far as I know, it's in laser segment, and I know that due to it's in pipeline, so I don't have much data about that. It will be very interesting to see, but I feel, the EIH part mostly in Rishikesh, they're expanding Oberoi Villas and the Trident part. So that will be a game changer for them because they are expected to charge around 89 to 90K by financial year 30, and these are some greenfield projects in the pipeline segment.
Okay. Okay, thank you. But I would like to show you something. Ma'am, can I?
Yeah.
Okay. What I have mentioned in my report. Wait.
Are you sharing the screen, Disha?
Is it visible?
Yeah.
So I'm just talking about this, the Naila Fort, like the Oberoi is going to enter in the residence segment. That's why this is what I am talking. They're planning to open a new luxury private resort near Jaipur in Naila Fort, which consists of 4 keys along with gym and the multi-dining room. And if you talk about the rental, it will generate approx 1.2 million approximately. That's what management said. So that is a little update from my side.
Well, I saw the rental segment of the EIH and I have modeled it. Like I was also trying to model like how it grew around year on year. So surprisingly, it was a flat growth, what I have seen in the past 5 years. But
Okay.
what you mentioned about the Naila Fort in detail, as the management said that they around like generated out rental income 1.24. Why I excluded this particular fort was because mostly it has very low keys around operating with just 4 keys and mostly
Yeah.
very high concentrated. So that's the reason.
And they also said they will not give it to any individual person for that.
Exactly.
And another one is about the Mishobra litigation case.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was just a one-time
One
settlement.
time settlement. Okay. Thank you. That's all from my side, ma'am. Thank you.
Great, Dikshant. Thank you. Thank you. All right, people, this was a very good session. Everybody tried their best. I'm really amazed with what kind of work you are doing. Amazing. Only your cup of the tea. Okay, tomorrow who's going to present?
Ma'am, can I present now? I am having
Now
some-
I actually have to log in to another class. So
Okay.
it might take a lot of time. Tomorrow you can start.
Yeah, I can start
If it-
tomorrow.
Yeah, you can start tomorrow exactly at 7. We'll pick it up from you.
No problem.
Yeah, Amit Tripathi. Yeah, you can also present tomorrow.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, all right.
Okay, ma'am. At 7, I will present tomorrow.
Yes, Kshitij I have, Amit I have. Who else on the chart? You can also present newsletters, please. Read something, come up. All these people who have switched off cameras, Please try to switch on your cameras, be there, be interactive, ask questions. This is the forum. आपका सारा practice यहाँ पर हो रहा है. But as I can see, only some of you all are doing practice. Others are just behind the cameras. See, it is a glad thing that you want to come. You want to listen to others. But when are you going to practice for yourself? Listening is not going to help. Speaking up, owning up, showing up is going to help. Trust me, it is going to help many folds. All right. So I'll see you tomorrow. And I hope to see more presenters other than Kshitij and Amit.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Even news, a 4-line news will also help. Okay. All right. So let's call it a day. Enjoy the rest of the evening. And I'll see you all tomorrow.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you,
Pleasure.
ma'am. Good
Pleasure,
night.
pleasure. Take care. Good effort, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hard work. So much of hard work.